Welcome to part 2 of helping your children learn about taxes. More importantly, how do you learn enough to make sure you help your children know more than you did when you go to file taxes? I said in an earlier video, I don't remember my parents walking me through a 1040 and really showing me what I needed to put in there. And for most of us adults, a lot of it still remains a mystery. I'm really surprised every year when I hear people say, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna owe. I'm terrified to go to my tax preparer or terrified to do it on my own because I don't wanna have to owe this year. You should already know if you owe money. Now, I will submit that last year was a little bit different because of all the changes in 2018. They even changed the 1040 form this year. So we don't have the 1040A or the 1040 Easy. We just have a shorter 1040 form. I think this year will be a little bit easier for everyone. I'm not a tax preparer, but because of some of the deductions have been eliminated, a lot of people won't be itemizing this year. But that's not what I'm talking about today. I wanted to show you or give you an idea about the next step. Last week we talked about really working with taxes on purchases. When you purchase something, it's your sales tax, and that's something you can point out to your kids. This year, or this week, what I'd really like you to do, or this year in your taxes, is go through, print off a 1040 form with your teens and walk them through it. Walk through, and you can do a mock one. You don't need to show them your income, but walk through each of the areas. Show them where you have to fill out your name. Show them where you have to put your income in and explain if you have any deductions or what a standard deduction is, and then do the math. Again, you can use fictitious numbers, but utilizing these forms, when you first look at them, they're really intimidating. But if you read them, and in fact, there's all kinds of really great supplements that walk you through what each line is and what should go on those lines. Many of us do have tax preparers. I do have a tax preparer who does my taxes. But by doing this with your children, you really start to show them how taxes are prepared, because my guess is when they get their first paycheck, they're going to sit down with their W-2 form and fill in all of the 1040 by hand. That's what we all did in the beginning. And you're creating something that can be foreign and intimidating and making it quite approachable. In fact, when you go to your tax preparer this year or you do it yourself, read every line. Ask a question. Make them slow down. You're paying them. And don't worry if you don't look like you know what you're doing. Again, as I said on Monday, the tax code is bigger than all of Shakespeare's work together. So ask questions. If you do it every year and you go line by line, two things are going to happen. Number one, you're really going to get to understand your tax situation. And you probably will never say again, oh man, I hope I don't owe taxes. The second thing that's going to happen is that you're also going to become very comfortable in spotting mistakes. I can't tell you how many mistakes I find on taxes. And I think that there's probably millions of mistakes turned in to taxes that are just still sitting there somewhere in the archives. You missed an investment interest that came in the mail, or you had a write-off that you did not know. So there's mistakes that I find all the time. And if you get to know your own situation by slowing down and reading through each line, or asking your tax preparer to say, well, why do I put that there? And why is that there? It'll only take you a couple years to really understand if you just ask questions every season. And teach your kids to ask questions. Teach your kids to slow down. Ask the professionals to understand. As a financial advisor, when my clients dig deep in asking me questions about why did you choose that investment and why did you balance it that way and what are the fees that you're charging, I love it because it's an education. Financial services, tax preparation, there shouldn't be a mystery. This should all be transparent. So this week, or this season, teach your kids how to go line by line and not be intimidated by this. You don't be intimidated either. Please let me know if you have any questions. And remember, I am a financial advisor. I'm a CFP. I'm not a CPA. I don't prepare taxes. And if you do want to have someone help you, I'd really encourage you to seek a local professional in your area. But if you have any tax preparation questions, or if you want me to point you in the directions and resources, please let me know. Have a good week.